You are not hidden.
She's something to see, ain't she?
There's never been a moment you were forgotten.
That's Angel.
You are not hopeless.
No one gets within a foot of her for free. I have to meet her.
What's your pleasure, mister?
I didn't come here for the bad.
I hear you whisper underneath your breath.
You're gonna marry me. Take me away from here. Give me the life I deserve. I've got too many demons. I don't know how to love.
You cannot choose the life you have, but you can choose the life you want.
So one of the things that struck me when watching the film is that, well, that was Northern California, but at a very different time, the landscape looks very different for a lot of the Bay Area. But you guys did not film that in California.
No, yeah, we were in South Africa, Cape Town, yeah.
So talk about that experience. I mean, the landscapes were absolutely beautiful and breathtaking.
It's stunning to see, yeah. It's my first time in South Africa, so it was amazing to kind of see what a beautiful country it was. And how well, I was kind of thinking when we first decided to film there, oh, I wonder how it's going to be, how it's going to translate to California, but it does look like the kind of land, you know what I mean? You do get a really Californian
very similar.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it was so beautiful. I definitely saw some like California similarities there. The landscape is very similar, but yeah, we actually built an entire
built a
town in Paradise, where Angel, where the brothel was. That's the town that we built.
Yeah, from scratch as well.
Yeah, from
We built it
scratch.
on
I think it's still there.
Yeah, we built it on a wine estate. I remember when we finished
We
filming,
just left it.
the guy who runs the wine estate was, I think someone told me that he was going to turn it into a theme park or something. He was thinking about, keeping the town and building and making it some tourist
Ferris
attraction,
wheel.
which he should. It's a beautiful location. The things that they created was gorgeous.
Yeah, maybe like the Wild Wild West in South Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd go.
okay, yeah.
I'd be there. Get me on this plane, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Abigail, as I mentioned, this is a timepiece. So what was it like transporting yourself back, what is it, like 200 years or close to a long time ago? And a lot of times when we see these stories that are set then, we don't really see the stories of women. So while this is a love story, I felt like it was really insightful into what a woman's life might have been like during that time.
No, I mean, you're exactly correct. I mean, it was, playing Angel and doing all the research on, what went on in that time was very eye-opening, and definitely would not want to be in that time personally today. My heart goes out to those women that, they dealt with so many hardships and, difficult things, and it was just a very different time, a lot of, oppression and, hardships. So I was very, very surprised when I really did step into Angel's shoes and got kind of a glimpse of it. So it was, yeah.
I think a lot of period dramas can kind of glamorize that era, 1800s, you always think, it looks so nice and it's such like, it's quite light and things, but it really brought home the brutality, especially for like life for a woman back then was just tough. For all the characters, even Duchess, who, played by Famke, who like runs the brothel and is the madam of the brothel, Famke was saying last night, she's, a working woman trying to make her way in a man's world, and she's cruel and horrendous, and the things she does are awful, but you can kind of understand in a way because she's so, like, everyone is so brutalized by the men in their life.
Right, you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying, which was so
To survive.
interesting. Yeah, she had a really interesting point. She was like, I see where Duchess is coming from, She's like, I'm not making an excuse for her decisions and her behavior, but, I mean, put yourself in her shoes in that time.
Yeah.
She's probably the only woman that really owns a business, and that's huge. And, it's not that the business is a good business, but yeah, that's what she was saying. But, empathize, like, what you have to do what you have to do. And these women were it was
otherwise
survival,
they'd be kind of destitute. Yeah, there was that thing of it's so interesting about why Angel doesn't leave and how how she probably can't leave, because where would she go? You know, these
Exactly.
women
Well,
are
Tom,
so...
let's talk about your character. I mean, you were so endearing and kind of like that breath of fresh air, the good guy that was just going to
Yeah.
wait for his love. I mean, is that how you are in real life too?
I wish, yeah. I don't know. You'd have to ask. You'd have to ask my friends. I'm not. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's a difficult character to play because he is so light and he's so perfect almost for in so many ways, and patient and caring and things. But he's going through a lot of doubt himself about the path that he's on, and I think he just kind of meets Angel, falls in love, and goes, I've met the one, so I'm not going to settle for less. I'm going to wait around for her. And I think he sees the torment that she goes through, and just his heart goes out to her. And all he wants to do is relieve her in any way of that he can. But I think the really good message of him in the movie is that he kind of has to wait for her to make the decision to love herself. You can't force someone to do that. And as soon as she manages to, then they can be together.
Well, congratulations on redeeming love. I thought it was a very nice love story, especially in this time when we need to see those great hopeful stories. So
yeah, I agree.
Thanks so much for talking to me today. It's been great.
Thank you so much. Very nice to meet you.
He deserves a decent girl, not you.
Did you think I couldn't find you?
You have to stop thinking that I'm gonna be something that I'm not.
That way is home. Your choice.